So I had an amazing and a little bit spooky opportunity to visit these abandoned thermal baths in France. Now these baths have been in use since antiquity all the way up to just a couple of decades ago, and you'll see as I walk you through here a mixture of old 1700s, 18th century stuff and almost modern. The baths were closed down only a decade ago. So just a little bit of history as we walk through here. Since antiquity, the thermal baths have been used here and there have been buildings built up around it. And it was in 1772 with the visit of Duke of Chablis that raised awareness of this valuable resource, leading to a royal project for a bathhouse. And that's the bathhouse that you see that we're visiting now. The old thermal baths were inaugurated in 1783. But the Victor Amadei baths soon became undersized. Consequently, a first annex was completed in 1832 under the reign of King Charles Albert. After the rise of thermalism, new building requirements emerged. As early as 1855, the construction of a new thermal establishment was considered. The work, entrusted to architect Pellegrini, was only completed 7 years later, in 1862, due to financial issues. This new facility was complemented by the Revel Annex in 1881, soon followed by another, the Liqueur Annex, completed in 1899. After a long pause, interrupted only by minor modifications, a new significant construction phase began in 1933 with the Petrio thermal baths, which greatly expanded the original footprint. Between 1971 and 1974, a final construction phase was undertaken. Under architect Mabilot, a 7-story administrative tower was built in the Petrio building. The decor of the 1930s vestibule remains intact. The Petrio building also retains 2 luxury cabins adorned with Art Deco-style mosaic decorations. In 2007, an 82-year-old woman receiving treatment at the baths fell to her death while walking on an elevated passageway that was not secured. Finally, in 2012, the city of Aix Les Bains purchased these thermal baths from the French government. After years of fighting and political back and forth about the fate of these baths, it was finally decided that a large portion of them would be demolished to make way for a new building project. Part of the thermal baths, however, will be renovated and reopened to the public. I only had a few minutes inside and couldn't possibly film everything, but the acoustics of the building really show just how massive it is. Visiting these baths evokes a mix of awe, mystery, and melancholy. Walking through decaying structures, you feel the weight of forgotten stories and the eerie silence where life once thrived. There's a strange beauty in the way nature reclaims these spaces, with vines creeping through windows and dust settling on forgotten objects. The air feels heavy, as if it holds secrets, and each creak of the floor or gust of wind amplifies the sense of isolation. It's a haunting reminder of time's passage, leaving you reflective, curious, and a little unsettled by the lingering presence of the past.